everyone, my name is Matt. I'm the Terrestrial Program Outreach Coordinator for the Finger Lakes Prism, and today we are here in this beautiful meadow to talk about invasive species, specifically swallowwort. So swallowwort, you can see right here, this is one of the worst invasive plants that we have in the Finger Lakes region. It can grow as sort of a weed or a vine, often ensnaring itself on other plants. The main way you can identify swallowwort is it'll have what's called an opposite leaf arrangement. So most plants have an alternate leaf arrangement, where there'll be one leaf on one side of the plant and one leaf on the other side of the plant, and they'll just sort of alternate going up and down the stem. Swallowworts have what's called an opposite leaf arrangement. So you'll have one leaf on the right side of the stem, you have one leaf on the other side of the stem, and each leaf will always have a partner. You can see that going up the stem here. Swallowwort has really unique flowers. So unlike most flowers, they're really small, these guys. They're small, they're star-shaped, they're not flashy in any way like most of the flowers that you're going to be seeing out and about in the spring and the summer. So the understated flowers and the opposite leaf arrangement is a really good way to identify swallowworts from most of your other plants. There are two different species of swallowworts that we have in New York. There's the black swallowwort and the pale swallowwort. They're basically the same thing. There's not a real point in telling the two apart. They grow in the same habitats like this, these sorts of open areas. Swallowworts, once their flowers become pollinated, they will develop into these long tapering seed pods. And we're filming this in late June, so we're just so happening to see some plants that are both still flowering and some plants that are already going seed. Swallowwort is a relative of milkweeds, and they will develop seed pods in much the same way that milkweeds do. Except with swallowworts, the seed pods are going to be a lot smaller, they're going to be long, thin, and tapering, unlike those big fat ones that milkweeds have. Swallowwort is a threat to big meadows like these because it often competes with our native milkweed species. And you can see some milkweeds growing right here, and the pink flowers out in the rest of this meadow are all milkweeds. Milkweeds, as you know, are important food sources for the monarch butterfly, but swallowworts, being in the same family as milkweed, are often mistaken by monarch butterflies for milkweeds. And it turns out that swallowworts are actually toxic to monarch butterflies. So as swallowwort continues to spread throughout our landscape, it's actually outcompeting a lot of our milkweeds, and it's leading to a big decline in our monarch butterfly populations. So swallowwort, two species, black and pale, big threat to our butterflies, and that is our invasive species.